Successfully submitting a levy return. Submitting a levy return ensures your business doesn't receive an estimated levy bill, which could mean you end up paying more than you should. Keeping up to date with your levy return and levy payments also means your business can access CITB support, products and services, including financial support through our employer networks, grants and funding. You can complete your levy return online or via a paper form. Your CITB levy assessment is based on the total wage bill for your business for a specific tax year. It includes payments to all individual employees, directors, and employees who have left your business during the year. The total also includes payments to subcontractors paid through CIS, the construction industry scheme, who you deduct CIS tax from. In this video, we will explain how to complete key parts of the levy return accurately. Key information you need before completing your business's levy return. To ensure your levy return is accurate, you'll need to enter the total taxable payroll for all employees and subcontractor payments made through the construction industry scheme, or CIS, for the tax year. To complete the section successfully, you'll need 1. Payroll records for the tax year. 2. Monthly HMRC CIS 300 returns for the tax year. Please ensure the tax year being used on the payroll and CIS documents is correct and corresponds with the levy return being completed. Calculating your business's total gross taxable payments made to all employees on the payroll, including paid directors before deductions. Payroll records can take many forms, including a payroll report, which displays the total gross taxable pay from any payroll software your business may use, copies of P60s and relevant P45s. You can use these documents to calculate the total gross taxable pay, but be sure to only include individuals' earnings from employment in your business and exclude any previous employment pay. If your business has made no taxable PAYE payments, please enter 0 in the total taxable pay box and enter a reason for no payroll into the space provided. For limited companies, all directors are classed as employees of the company, and their taxable pay should be included. If the directors are not paid, be sure to tell us why they have not taken a wage through PAYE. For example, directors may only take dividends or receive income from another source. Top tips. Remember to include all employees, including all site and office-based staff, directors and any employees who have left during the tax period. Ensure you are using the taxable gross payroll figure. To calculate the average number of employees on the levy return, add all staff employed by your business during the tax year. Part-time employees should also be counted as an appropriate fraction of full-time employees. Only use full pounds to report your total taxable pay, ignoring pence. If you have more than one establishment, please ensure all employees declared on the levy return are included. This may involve adding up multiple payrolls. Please ensure you're using the correct and full tax year documentation. Do not include pension contributions. Do not include employers' national insurance contributions. Do not include dividends or drawings. Completing CIS payments on your levy return. CIS stands for Construction Industry Scheme and involves contractors deducting tax from a subcontractor's payments and passing it to HMRC. CIS payment records can be found in a couple of different ways. CIS 300 contractor monthly returns that your business has submitted to HMRC for the corresponding tax year. You may be able to run a monthly or annual CIS report from the software you use to file your CIS returns directly to HMRC. Completing total tax deducted from subcontractors paid through CIS on your levy return. The total tax deducted figure can be found or calculated by using the CIS 300 HMRC monthly returns total tax deducted column, adding all 12 return tax totals. This figure may also be found by generating a report from the computer software you use to file your CIS returns directly to HMRC. Other top tips to consider when entering your CIS payments into your levy return: make sure you use reports from the correct tax period. For example, if you're completing the 2025 levy return, you'll need all monthly CIS returns from May 2024 to April 2025. If you have more than one establishment, please ensure all CIS payments are declared on the levy return. This may involve adding multiple CIS 300 submissions or annual reports. Completing total of all payments before deductions to all subcontractors paid through CIS on your levy return. The total figure can be found or calculated by using the CIS 300 HMRC monthly returns, total payments made, does not include VAT, column, adding all 12 return totals. The figure should include both taxable and gross paid subcontractors. This figure may also be found by generating a report from the computer software you use to file your CIS returns directly to HMRC. The figure should include both taxable and gross paid subcontractors. Remember, do not include VAT. Include all payments to all subcontractors, even payments for materials. You are not levied on this figure. This information is required so CITB can analyse trends in CIS and the impact on the subcontractor workforce. Have you deducted tax at 30% from some or all subcontractors paid through CIS? If your business has deducted 30% tax from any of your subcontractors in the financial year that corresponds to the levy return you are completing, you then provide the total payments made through CIS to all taxable subcontractors, minus any payments for materials. This enables us to accurately calculate your levy payments, ensuring that you do not overpay. If you'd like to provide this figure, you'll need to manually calculate the total amount paid to all taxable subcontractors using the CIS 300 returns, or a report generated from your computer software you use to submit to your HMRC returns directly for the corresponding tax year. You'll then need to subtract any associated payments for material costs from the overall total paid.